Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from the Superdome. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
I had to crack the door. I know. Sorry.
Ready. 95, 56. Let's go. Defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D.
It's a man up, D.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Looking for Thomas,
Come on,
but that's
Thomas.
Intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
Yeah.
And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
That one goes for 24 yards. Jackson escaping the pressure right. Towards the ends. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 31 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
All right, YouTube. It look like I'm playing somebody who's good. His name is Black Knight 704. We're gonna make sure we keep this game interesting. When you tune in, don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Breeze. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
To throw is Jackson. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The 2nd down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. On 3rd down, Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Ingram. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. And again, it's Ingram. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Patrick Owasor came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack on 1st down, Breeze. And that going to be incomplete. And it's 3rd. Defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Open man, it's Keith Kirkwood. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. And that is incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it's 3rd and short. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Ready. 5-8. 5-8.
Yeah. You don't want none.
We go 21. 21. Hey, kill.
Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. He gets this into the hands of Kirkwood. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. 1st and 10 at the 19.
Here we go again.
Breeze to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now Jackson. Got a man. It's Brown. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there at 22. Throwing is Jackson. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Now Jackson on first down. This will be caught once again by Brown. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Call that a very strong gain of 24. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you
don't want to.
We know, but let me finish.
Okay.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
Jackson now. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kiko Alonso. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a gain of 16 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
That's it, ready. We're going to work. Ready.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It's a safety blitz and a sack for Earl Thomas. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Room to run past midfield. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. Play action. Breeze. And he finds Cook. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
His position, and he's listed. He certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Justin Ellis in on the stop.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Defense wins championships, baby.
On 2nd and 7, Breeze. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This is taken near the 13. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation. If they
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kiko Alonso. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Here's Jackson to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson, open receiver. That's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 12-yard line. Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. He'll run it, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 12-yard touchdown run as the Ravens push further out in in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. Brees now to throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
Ready? Ready?
On play action, it's Brees. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end, you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to blitz coming, and down he goes. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Kamara, and he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And he's got his man on the out route. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 24 yards.
That's good for the Saints. First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Ready?
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brees. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Brees going to come up here, 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's Brees to throw, and this is Cook with a grab, and he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Into the red zone, it's Brees, and he's got it, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Keith Kirkwood there to make the grab. And the Saints get a bit closer. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Here we go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Jackson now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. He's going deep for Brown. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 11. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Ready? Yellow waiting, yellow waiting. Here we go, here we go.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held him in check on the scoreboard. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That's good for 28 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
We're down by 2 possessions.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
You already know what time it is.
Throwing now is Breeze. He's going to right, and this is
Catch
intercepted,
the ball,
and that should do it. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in the game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep...
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Shotgun now for Breeze. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, it's Breeze. Throw left side complete. That's Murray. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. After the interception, here's Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kiko Alonso. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. So after the INT, it's Breeze. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On 3rd down, Jackson. Eluding the pressure. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now Jackson on the move to his left. And it is incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. And a failure on 4th down on the other side leads immediately to a 1st and goal. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. It's a short kick, taken at the 15.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. He's going to... And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
21.
One final try here for Breeze. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the final...
Alright, YouTube, we got a double header. We're gonna go ahead and get right back into it. So make sure you hit like, share, and subscribe to the channel.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, "Fly, Eagles, fly," as they get ready to match up with the New Orleans Saints. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Hey, here we go. 180. Line 54. Strip the ball.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And bulldozing his way through. And they work this route upfield across the 45. That good for 22 and a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A first carry now for Jordan Howard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Go. 280. Black, come on. Come on, QB, come on. Watch the eyes. Kill. Check 13. Hey, rip 5-2, on here.
Wentz on the draw, leaves it for Sanders. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. His short throw caught by Goddard. He's got the first down here inside the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Tighten up. No. Tight dog. Bun. Kill.
Running with Howard. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now Howard. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Kill. Over.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down, Kamara. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready? You ready? Hey, watch it. Hey, kill.
Bree's going to try and throw on 3rd down. Open man is Michael Thomas. Bree's on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first.
Ready?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. On the ground, Kamara. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Bravo! Let's go, D, let's go!
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
Sammy!
So here we go on 4th down with Breeze. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say you pumped the football there.
So we're changing the analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them. And really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first half chance. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Ready. Double waiting. 6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Breeze to throw again. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and about a yard. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Lutz good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams. And that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
Rush in, rush in.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Ready? Bang, bang, bang.
This is Howard on second down. And an alley to run. 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Howard with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Breeze going to throw. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Here's Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. So Breeze is going to stay out there, and they're going to go for this on 4th down. He's going to loft one deep left. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He gets this into the hands of Kirkwood. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. Breeze now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down.
You're good. I four, ready.
Breeze now. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. From 21 yards away, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Lutz with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. Nope. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down and about the length of the football.
It's a gain of 8.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Opposite.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on third down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Watch tight right. Hey. You got 3. You're good. I four, ready.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
You go. 5-9. 36. Jet bomber.
A give to Kamara running right. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
In your face.
On the delay, this is Murray. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Breeze. And that'll be incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
On 2nd and 10, Breeze. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Brandon Graham applying the heat off the edge. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 18. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
Ready? You're waiting. Tight end right. Three down. Out. Ready? You're waiting. Mike 57. Hey, check.
On 2nd and 9, Breeze. Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 4th down. Breeze to throw for it on 4th. And that is incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Eagles' defense able to hold. So they pass on the chance to kick the go-ahead field goal, and that may be one they're going to regret big time.
And I think the head coach is going to have some splaining to do, right? Because in this situation, you kick the field goal to give yourself that chance at victory. By going for it, maybe you're saying you don't trust your field goal kicker, or maybe he knows something we don't. Maybe the kicker's hurt. So there'll be a lot of questions in the post-game press conference.
Makes the rest of this 4th quarter and the rest of this game very interesting.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. On 2nd down now, it's Howard. A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 40, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Howard, 88 yards. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Again, it's Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And finally down at the 32-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Running with Kamara. A pretty decent gain on the tough run before he's brought down at the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Kamara trying the right side, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Breeze now to throw. He gets it to Thomas. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
He's back to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
54 Mike. Focus, defense, focus. Deuce. Undercrush. Safe. Safe. You go tight. You got tight.
To throw is Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands. Guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On 3rd down, this is Howard. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here's Ginn. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Now Breeze. And Thomas has it. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Break it down, fellas, break it down. 3 seconds.
To throw is Breeze. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Yes, sir, that touchdown puts him in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it, go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Well, win it right now, have the momentum, go ahead and get it done.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So Breeze going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The run there on 1st down, going to get him 5 up to the 30. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They run it again with Kamara. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. 3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. First throw of overtime for Breeze. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Here's Thomas Morstead now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Throwing now is Breeze. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Another run here with Sanders. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 2 yards, good enough for a first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run with Howard. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. What can Wentz do now with his drive? Caught by the tight end Ertz.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. It's caught by Aguilar. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He did not have a catch till that moment. Pretty good time for his first one, though, here at OT.
I would agree with that, and just think about how they had to cycle through all the play sheets, right? Tried to find ways to get a lot of people the football. In this case, as you said, he hadn't had a catch all game. Now they find him in a key moment. Really well done.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Check. Man 5-7. Tighten up.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.